Yeah, gargon.
Now what you want on top of the
Hey, what's happening over here? Oh, you're gonna pinstripe. All right.
white on top, or
What do you think?
Is there a right or wrong for the
No.
top, for the
Either way.
big stripe or the little stripe?
I usually put them that way.
The big stripe on top, yeah.
Most people would do it that way, I think.
Put in the big stripe on top.
Okay.
I gotta get my chair.
Is there any rhyme or reason as to how to get that in straight? I guess I'm gonna just watch you and find out.
It's not hard.
I think you have to have a straight. Oh man, you're just gonna eyeball it.
That's it.
Look at this. I'd be afraid to death to do this.
Any way you wanna hold
Just
that
leave it alone, Dad.
out? Touching it. He's doing it.
Oh man. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know it could stretch like that. Wow. He's got it perfect.
About a half inch over that light.
Right before Randy. Few, looks like.
Oh, yeah.
A few. Probably a few hundred. Man, he's almost done. I don't believe this.
Now you want a point on the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You doing your lunch, Randy?
He's going to put a point on here. That's going to be tricky. I want to see how he does this.
Yeah, how do you get a point on there?
He'll show you. Oh, it's got that top surface, and now he's going to flatten it down.
Oh yeah, how do
There's
you
a
do that?
clear surface on there. There he goes. Cool.
Put a rag, Randy?
Nope.
So you take that little piece out, you don't fold it over.
Right.
Probably if you fold it over, it probably loosens up there, huh?
Yeah, they do that.
I didn't realize that stuff, you could pull it so far.
You don't, yeah,
And
you don't
keep
wanna
it
stretch
straight.
too much.
You're
but,
not stretching it though, right?
right,
Yeah.
You're
You're just pulling it snug.
just pulling it snug so that you can just lay it.
Right. Because here I thought you were going to measure it and put a piece of tape every once in a while. And that's some pretty stout stuff.
Yeah.
And now he's going to try to line it up with the other side. I was wondering how you're going to cut that too. You just set it there and pull up on it and away it goes. Nice.
Peace. Peace.
Uh-huh. Here. That's it. I think he's done, by golly. And that is how you pinstripe a car. And they got all kinds of colors and sizes of pinstripes and all that. Isn't that cool? Just kind of finishes off the car. I don't know why they don't, most car dealers don't just do that.
You don't see cars with stripes.
I don't know, every time my pop's got a car, he's got to put the pinstriping on.
Well, the last two cars I have,
Yeah.
they're striping.
It just kind of details it, doesn't it?
Look at the script.
Yeah, that's a good question, Randy. How long will pinstriping usually last, this type?
This type usually probably will last about 8 years or so.
How long?
8 years.
Oh, 8 years.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you know, there's a point where it starts to, I don't know, get old.
because it's going to start checking or...
No, it just kind of gets old and brittle, and then it'll peel off in chunks here.
Yeah. Well, then what's the trick on taking that stuff off without damaging the paint at that point?
We use, well, you can use like a hair dryer to
Uh-huh.
warm it up and peel it back.
Oh, okay.
But we use what they call an eraser.
An eraser?
It's just a big rubber wheel.
Because you probably come across this once in a while, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, how does that work?
What I use this for is all the moldings are glued on nowadays,
Uh-huh.
and we take all the rubber, you know, the two-way tape off with it.
Oh, the adhesive.
Yeah.
Well, how does that work? You just rub...
It's,
Oh, it's air powered.
yeah, it's pneumatic.
Oh, I see. And it blows air on it, huh?
Well, yeah, it doesn't blow air on it, but it turns it. This is just a motor.
Oh, okay. It just spins it fast, and you're like...
Actually, put one like that in a drill motor.
Okay, so you're like buffing it off.
Yeah.
Kind
yeah.
of.
It just, all it does is kind of heats it up and kind of melts it off.
I see.
And it leaves glue everywhere, so then you got to take something like goof off to get the glue off.
Yeah. Now, Randy, as for the striping, how much would that generally cost somebody to go to a car dealer and put the
Yes,
pinstriping on there?
About $100.
$100 to do that. So do you think most how-to type people could maybe do this themselves?
Well, you saw me do it.
Well, I saw you do it, but I'm sure you weren't that good the first time you did it.
No. Most people don't seem to be able to lay it on there like that, but
Yeah.
it doesn't take much practice to figure it out.
Okay, but if somebody messes up, you get a whole roll. They could always start again,
Yeah,
couldn't they?
there's enough there to do this car about 5 times, but This stuff will peel off right now. So
Right. Okay, it'll peel off. So how long does it take for it to kind of bond on
It
there?
takes a couple days to get hot, a couple times to just.
Okay.
And I mean, it's not going to come off. I mean, you could drive it through the car wash now. It wouldn't come
Okay.
off.
All right. All right. Well, that was cool.
We won't scrub it.
But see, generally this is where they're at. They're like an inch down from the body line. So I mean, you could have followed this one if you wanted to.
Right. Okay, but that's generally where most people put the stripe.
Yeah.
About an inch down or so.
This here is what we call a belt line.
A belt line.
Yeah. So it's just general. That's generally where they're
It
at.
makes
Yeah.
a good belt line.
Cool. So does it really matter if the big stripe is at the top and a little stripe is at the bottom? Not really. See, here's one with the big stripe at the bottom. That looks fine too. But it really doesn't matter. It's just up to you. Okay.
I don't mind doing it.
Next time you want a pinstripe, maybe you can do it too.
We'll get you in the air.
Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more
On your
videos.